It's 8:14. It's another Monday. It's Monday, February 10th, 2025. And it's another go around on Island Tea. And I want to apologize to our listeners. I was having some issue with the streaming setup. I was telling me something went wrong. Try again later. And that went on for about maybe 10 minutes. And seems like things are kind of okay again. I think it has something to do with the internet speed because I've been having some problems at home as well with the internet. And I know for a fact that some of these platforms don't work properly unless the internet speed is up to scratch. Okay, so good morning, Kay.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning, Jamsta?
Monday morning blues.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
Of a very specific type.
Oh boy. Well, I hope these blues get better for every single one that is facing the Monday morning blues. Good morning to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Good morning to the regional and international diaspora. Mario, Fidel, Dave, Javon, Dennis, Cleo, Gwyneth, everybody that's listening this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Henry. Good morning. Jam down. It's been a minute. Where are you? Why we haven't heard from you? Good morning. Yeah, good morning to one and all, and welcome to today's edition of Island Tea. It's also Love Week. Friday we celebrate Valentine's Day, so yeah, it's Love Week.
Yeah.
So I hope we spread love every day and not just on that one day, which happens to be Friday. You know, we're going to see the balloons flying around, the teddy bears flying around, the roses flying around. We know you're going to be celebrating with your special someone, but make Valentine's Day every day. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one. And on that note, to the call that says the Eagles are going to win, congratulations. I see the Eagles defy the Chiefs, a Super Bowl three-peat with their dominant defense. So congratulations, caller. I concede defeat. Although I wasn't really into the Super Bowl, but yeah, I was only saying the Kansas City Chiefs. Because you know what? We have a representative in there that flies our flag very high. Yeah.
Well, he has two rings already, so he's doing pretty good.
A third one would have been nice, So to the caller that says the Eagles would win, congratulations.
Last night that game was wow. I
didn't watch it.
I don't think
I only watched some parts of it.
I've never seen a team goes. I think
so hard, right?
They said it might have been a record for a team going so. Basically, whole half finish and you're not scoring. Yeah, it was pretty. It's a pretty good game.
But the Eagles didn't come to play. You realize that, right?
Nobody came to play.
Yeah, but to me, the Eagles came on with a kind of bravado that says we're here, we're gonna win it, whether you like it or not, and they stuck to it. Yeah,
they certainly didn't come to play.
Nope.
And you notice he didn't. Mr. Trump apparently was there. But you notice he never saw any pictures of him. You know why?
Why?
For security reasons.
But they never made a big stink when he was walking in.
No, they couldn't for security reasons, I guess.
Oh, because somebody did say. I think Jalen Rose did say he better make sure he comes with a lot of security. I saw Don Lemon was talking to Cam Newton as well, and nobody really seemed to care, and nobody really seemed to want to comment a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. And it's true. It was not mentioned once. Actually, the only place it was mentioned was on CNN. They didn't even mention it on Fox.
But then when they were singing the national anthem, they did acknowledge him.
Oh, they did
at the Super Bowl. That one time.
Actually, I missed that because I started watching just before the guy kicked off. Oh, because I was doing, I was cooking. Ooh, and then I was getting the times mixed up again. Because when I looked up what time is starting, I think it said 6:30. What is this? It said 7:30, but then I forgot that we were an hour ahead. So then when I eventually remembered, oh wait, no, I have to add, when I eventually remembered, and I think I started watching at 7:39. So. That was 7:41, something like that. That was when just before the guy kicked the ball to start the game. So I missed the national anthem.
All the shebang.
So, how was he, John Baptiste? I'm a big fan of him, actually.
He's
from New Orleans, actually.
Where we started looking at it, the audio was behind, so it was kind of off. But because I know, as you said, because I know the caliber of singer that he is, he sounded good to me. This lady also, Laura Deagle, she sang
the national song, yeah.
Yeah, the national song. And
I wish we had that.
Yeah.
Like we have a national anthem. We should have a national song as well.
We have a national song in Ghana, a couple actually. Youths are important to Ghana and a couple others.
Okay.
Yeah, along with the national anthem. Yeah. So
you didn't hear John sing?
yeah, I did. That's what I
Oh,
said.
so
He
how
was
did-
good.
oh, he
Just
was
that
good.
the audio was a tad behind.
Oh.
So you could see his mouth. He would have already sang that, and then it comes in behind. For some reason,
Okay.
where we were watching, I don't know if it's the internet as well.
Oh, if it was
Something
there.
was
It's probably the internet, yeah.
delayed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that they incorporated New Orleans into the whole Super Bowl. Lady Gaga started off. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
one
really?
With Michael Strahan and the firefighters.
Oh, God, I missed-
the police.
Damn.
Yeah, they were walking. And
Oh,
then
no, I missed that.
And that's when I got confused. I said I thought it was Vegas. I said, but
No,
this is New
Vegas was last
Orleans.
year.
Oh,
Yeah, Vegas
'cause
was
remember
last year.
I was telling you, why not put it in the more cultural city?
No, but this is why. But you can't say any city is more cultural. Each city is unique.
To me,
It's unique.
I find New Orleans
Well,
more cultural.
yeah, I mean the birthplace of jazz
minus
and the
the
whole.
casinos
You know,
and
that's
the
where jazz.
rattlesnakes.
That's where
Yeah,
jazz and a
exactly.
bunch of other things.
Yeah, Mardi Gras,
Mardi Gras,
crayfish,
yeah.
chitlins,
You
all
been
these
there?
things. No,
Oh, okay.
no, I just know a few things
I
about.
think they have some casinos there as well.
Not as much
If,
as Vegas.
not
though.
yeah, not as much, yeah. But
Sin City versus Culture City. Yeah.
but also, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess you could say the culture in Las Vegas is manufactured and hollow, because it's all a bunch of fake Eiffel Towers and fake this and fake that, but it's still cool. It's still very cool. I mean, to be honest, if someone was giving me a ticket now to go to say you can go New Orleans or Las Vegas, I would choose Las Vegas. Although the music side of me might say, boy, maybe I should. It might be nice to go to New Orleans and check out some of those like jazz and blues bars and so. So there's that. I guess.
Snakes and me are not friends. I know there might be snakes in New Orleans as well, but
yeah, but
no.
But but not in the town.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna go and experience the culture, because when I do exercise, I ride through Vegas. I ride through a lot of cities, around the world. So when I prior to going to Paris,
Well, you have a Peloton?
Yeah. Prior to
cool.
going to
Okay.
Paris, I used to ride around. So when I went there, I'm like, oh, I rode here. Yeah, in my mind, but I've seen it before.
So that might actually help you if you ever went to those cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So seeing that in Paris is like, oh, I was here, I did this.
That's
I did
interesting.
That. Yeah. So I like that. So I always look for something out in nature or a different country to ride it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking though, if you chose a hilly place. Oh, so if you choose if you choose a hilly place, would it automatically change the gear
No, it tells you have
to give you the same kind of
increase-
exertion level?
You have to increase the cadence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
it
thing.
prompts
Yeah.
you to do
Okay.
it, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you actually feel like you're going up.
Oh my
these
God,
things
yeah.
And
Mhm. That's a pretty interesting
very.
thing. It's nice to
Yeah,
live.
even on the treadmill, the same thing too. You can walk these places, and yeah, I've walked by what do you call it? The champagne fields in well, I've ran by because I ran on the champagne fields in France. Yes,
In
I've
Champagne.
been there.
In Champagne. So you've been in Champagne, okay.
See the
Cool.
big bottle of the what is that one called with the orange label? Oh my gosh.
Moy?
Not Moy, no.
With the orange
Next
label.
One, the orange label. Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
Orange label.
They have an actual bottle by the field.
Mm.
Yeah, like a monument.
Mm.
Yeah.
My sparkling wine thing is failing me right now.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Oh, it's the only one I can think of.
No, there's the next one. Let me look it up. But in other news, though, local news, I see St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister addresses the delayed construction of new smart hospital. What do you think about that? Because that's the buzz. That's on everybody's tongue. Everybody's talking about it. Some people are saying there was this gentleman last night where we were watching the Super Bowl. He was being a doubting Thomas and says, "I bet you next year it's not going to be here." And he was trying to get me in conversation, but I was not having it. I was not talking. I was just quiet. I didn't even care to hear the headlines that they were talking about. I was just in my own world. I was like, in my mind, I wasn't even there, but I still heard what they were saying. So, Jamsa, what are your thoughts on that one?
Say less.
Okay.
I think I've said more than enough
Oh,
on what I
gosh.
think about our governance.
Oh boy.
So I'm not gonna say any more.
I'm going to
Right
touch a
now.
little bit, and it says,
Mhm.
well, it's written by Kevin Brown, our very own Kevin Brown. You can find this article on winfm.com. It says, St. Kitts and Nevis citizens and residents continue to wait for the construction of its new smart hospital in the first quarter of 2025, a project aimed at modernizing the Federation's healthcare infrastructure. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew addressed public concern about the project's timeline and progress during the recent broadcast of the Roundtable. Prime Minister Drew acknowledged the public's anticipation of the hospital project commencement and explained the extensive preparatory work required for such a large-scale undertaking. He said, and quote, "Yes, on the hospital matters, those who are in the construction field, you know that it takes to do a major project like this. It takes about 2 years." He clarified that this timeline encompasses planning, soil testing, consultations, procurement, and securing the necessary funding. The Prime Minister contrasted the current administration approach to large-scale projects with the previous administration. That is why if you look under the last administration, no varsity high school, no hospital, no major projects, no major investment project, Dr. Drew remarked. Highlighted the difference in scale and complexity between projects like the new hospital and smaller construction such as the bus station. I just wish we would just just do what we have to do and stop bothering with who was there before.
What do you mean? Who was there before? No, just for clarification.
I'm seeing something here that says, let me. The Prime Minister contrasted the current administration approach to large-scale projects with the previous administrations. This is why, if you look under the last administration, no varsity high school, no hospital, no major projects, no major investment project, Dr. Drew remarked, highlighted the difference in scale and complexity between projects like the new hospital and smaller construction such as the bus station.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't like it when they always do that. Oh well, those people before did this or didn't do this.
And just like how we talk about our past a lot, because we tend to say, oh, this past person was this or this past person was that,
The thing is, if they just did better, without casting aspersions on their predecessors, then at least we could say, well.
But all of them do it though.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I just wish they would keep the same energy with just doing better rather than, like you say, comparing themselves with other people and casting aspersions and,
Just like us in normal everyday lives, we look outside and we be like, oh, I could do better than what he or she's doing. And then when you get there,
exactly.
What had happened was, exactly.
What had happened was.
Exactly. But
So,
we see what needs to be done from the outside, but we can't do it when we get in there.
Yeah, it's crazy to me, right? Yeah. And so it's 8:28, so we're probably going to have the arrival of the officer or officers very soon. We've got a comment here from German. German says, what? There are no strippers in New Orleans. That is why you should go. Well, in that case,
Jermaine.
In that case, I'll go to Las Vegas then.
And Jermaine, he also said, go Eagles. And I saw an accident as we await the arrival of the officers. I saw an accident. There's a video of an accident going around. We really don't hear.
What happened this time?
It looks like somebody's hanging off a vehicle. Look in the chat, you'll see it.
Oh.
I'm like, what is this?
Hanging off a vehicle.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand it though.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to go to the break now. Get it out of the way. It's 8:29. And I'll look at it in the meantime, and then so that when the officer arrives, we're ready for her.
Alrighty.
Let's do that.
We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
Valentine's Day. Visit us at the Koi Building at Airport Road today. Show your love with Dreamy Florals. Shop online at your convenience at stkitsnevisflorist.com. Call us at 766-9189. Place your order now and save big. This Valentine's, shop with Dreamy Florals. We deliver island-wide in St. Kitts and Nevis. Valentine's Day. Visit us at the Koi Building at Airport Road today. Show your love with Dreamy Florals. Shop online at your convenience at stkitsnevisflorist.com. Call us at 766-9189. Place your order now and save big. This Valentine's, shop with Dreamy Florals. We deliver island-wide in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Voices has a new time. Starting Friday, January 24, tune in from 10 to 12 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Voices right after Island Tea on Win FM. Money Matters with Dr. Terrence Martin moves to Monday afternoons from 1 to 2 p.m. Inside the News on Saturday mornings, now 10 to 12 noon. Tune in to Win FM 98.9. Log on to winmediaskn.com and our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch pages. And let's go. Keep up with the news on our website and by following our Win Media SKN channel on WhatsApp. Message your comments or call Win FM at 466-0989, 662-0989, or call our U.S. numbers from anywhere, 718-285-6984, 305-921-4619, and call our sales office at 466-9586. Voices, now 10 to 12 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Money Matters, 1 to 2 p.m. Monday afternoon. And Inside the News, Saturdays, 10 to 12 noon on Win FM 98.9.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might broke up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
This message is sponsored by the Australian Government, AusAid, and produced by NEMA in collaboration with Win FM.
Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune in to On The Ball, a weekly tour show which is on Win FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Biff Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On The Ball with Troy Biff Mills on Win FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball.
¿qué pasó? Attention, attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down.
And good morning once again, and welcome back to Island Tea. For those of you who are just joining us, we have Officer Donnelly in the house with us as we begin traffic talk this morning. As myself and Jamsta would have mentioned earlier, we saw a traffic accident, not with our own eyes, but on video. It looks as recent as maybe last night or early this morning. I hope there were no casualties. As I said, I see a young man hanging from a vehicle. I don't know what is there. I don't know what's going on. But officer, good morning and welcome. And all I have to say, we're not hearing. They don't hear. They don't hear.
Good morning, Jamsta. Good morning, Kortensia. And
good morning.
We want to always start our program with God's blessings. Heavenly Father, we come before you, seeking your grace and your mercies. We thank you, dear God, for the weekend past. And as we struggle with these accidents, dear God, we ask you, dear God, to have favor upon us. Protect us as a nation. Give us listening ears, dear God. These mercies we ask in your name and no other name. Amen. Good morning again, and I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a full weekend.
Oh, man.
But it's a norm. As a police officer, you tend to not sure how your weekends are going to go or your days are going to go. We want to say good morning to those persons out there in Radio Land, those persons who are hearing us. We always appreciate you joining in on our traffic talk. Our program will not be the same if you are not a part of, and so for that we are grateful. Criticisms, suggestions, compliments, whatever it is that you have, we're always grateful. We're always asking you to share. Two police officers from my division, traffic department, they're supposed to be here with me this morning. One went to an accident this morning, and he's not back yet. And we have to wonder why and what's happening. We have to wonder why and what's happening. This morning we want to touch on quite a few topics, things that are of importance to us as a nation and as taxpayers. We continue to educate and enforce the law. We're still asking persons to buckle up. We're still asking persons, taxpayers, the general public to slow down, be guided by our traffic signs, be guided by our speed limits, be mindful when traveling using roundabouts. Busmen, we're asking you to comply. Bus stops, the amount of passengers that should be in your vehicle. These are the information that we want to relay to the general public. Now, one of the topics we want to speak about this morning is what happens when someone dies and they leave a vehicle that is in working condition. And one of the reasons why we brought this topic this morning is because over the past week and a half, we've been getting a lot of it. Persons not familiar with the information, we would have spoken about it on programs before, but we cannot speak or never give too much information because everyone will not be listening to the program at the same time. And so therefore it's always good when we can come and refresh the minds of the taxpayers. When someone dies and leaves a vehicle, in the person who dies name, the vehicle cannot automatically be changed to a wife's name, children's name, fiance's name, mom's name. It's a process, it's a procedure. Some persons are thinking that because I am the wife, I am entitled. That is not the policy. The policy goes like this. If someone dies and they leave a vehicle, pretend, for example, we're going to use John Doe's. Pretend the vehicle was registered in John Doe's name. John Doe dies. Pretend is still running. It's still in workable conditions. The only name that was registered on that vehicle was John Doe. John Doe left children, a wife, brothers, sisters, families. John Doe also left an ex-wife. Whom we can't leave out. And I would give you a reason why I would include an ex-wife. So Mr. John Doe dies and he leaves pretend, just his name registered to the vehicle. And so his wife comes to the station and she's asking, my name is Pauline Doe. I am the wife of John Doe who died leaving Pitten, and I would like the vehicle to be transferred to my name. And so the staff at the traffic department will go through the process of explaining that that is not the procedure and so forth. And so Pauline will say to us, but I am his wife. I am the next of kin. I'm the next person in line. What happens is that once someone dies, the vehicle must be registered in the estate of the person who dies. Unless there is a will or the administrative letter. So if there is no will, there is no administrative letter, the vehicle must go in the estate of. And let me add, regardless whether or not there is a will or the letter of administration, the vehicle still must go in the estate of, because Mr. John Doe cannot sign because he's now deceased. The vehicle goes into the estate of. Once there is the letter of administration or the will, and that vehicle is transferred to the estate of, the person then leaves the traffic department with the document that we would provide for them, goes to the insurance, get the vehicle insured in the estate of, and they then goes to Inland Revenue to finalize the process. So you leave the traffic department with the document, the two documents that we're going to give to you, in the estate of. You're going to go to the insurance, let the insurance know now the vehicle is no longer now in John Doe's name, the vehicle now in the estate of. And from the insurance, you go to Inland Revenue, where you pay $62.50 to get the vehicle.
The name change.
Name change. Now, once you have the letter of administration or the will, you can come back to the traffic department, and if you want to put the vehicle either in your name, who is the administrator of the will, which is maybe Pauline at that time, and you, or if you want to sell the vehicle, you can do so. Let's take, for example, if there is no will, no letter of administration, the vehicle goes in the estate of. You can insure the vehicle, still go to the insurance, still go to Inland Revenue, because the vehicle must be insured and it must be licensed. We put it in the estate of so that persons don't, because remember years gone by, what used to happen was the vehicle used to stay on what? And so what we would have provided for you is for you to now can drive the vehicle, insure it, license it, and drive it until whenever the letter of administration comes into effect. The reason why I would have mentioned an ex-wife is because some persons seem to think that because you are the wife, it means then that you have entitlement to the vehicle. And I would give you a case where we had an ex-wife and a wife. And the gentleman died and the ex-wife came to the station. The wife came to the station and, just like I would have mentioned before, she's asking for the vehicle to be put into her name. And we're saying to her, well, that can't happen because there is no will, there is no letter of administration, and so we can't just put the vehicle in your name. We can put it in the estate of, and you follow the procedure. She said, oh, but I'm the wife. We're still married, we're still legally married, and so forth. And she go on and on. 1 week after she came, the ex-wife came. The ex-wife had the will saying that the car
belongs to her?
Belongs to her.
Wow.
So see, we have to be persons that are thinking that, you can just, but we have to be very careful, because it's not a matter of you just being the wife. We can just turn the vehicle over into your name. In truth and actual fact, when someone dies and a vehicle is left with just that one person's name, who is John Doe, who is now deceased, the wife is first in line, the children, and everyone else after. Parents, brother, sister, after. Mm-hmm. But that only happens if there isn't a will. They can come and put the vehicle in the estate of. Mm-hmm. But we still have to get that letter of administration. I want the taxpayers to understand that you must have that letter of administration or that will in order for you to put the vehicle in your name after you would have put it in the estate of.
But let me ask a question. What if there is a will, but you use the estate of, and let's say with the wife and the ex-wife, the car doesn't belong to you. Why is that person even being allowed to drive it? Because by the time it gets to the person that it's in the will for, it may not be good enough to drive.
Well, not necessarily. The reason why the letter of administration is important is because, the person would have the wife would have the keys, because remember that they're legally married and they live together. So the wife will have the key. But once the wife have the legal document, then that part they will go with to seek their legal advice from their lawyers. But once you have that document, once there is that letter of administration giving you you are the administrator, the vehicle is left in your possession, then whomever has the vehicle has to be turned over. Okay. Anyone can come and put the vehicle in the estate of, meaning the wife can come and put the vehicle in the estate of. The wife may not be the executor of the will. The wife can come and put the vehicle in the estate of. The children can come and put the vehicle in the estate of. But the owner of the vehicle must have that letter of administration stating that you are the next in line for that vehicle. And that is law. That is our policy. So there is no other way around that. Renewal of driver's license. There is a new policy that is out for the renewal of driver's license. Persons are not really in agreement with what is happening with that renewal of driver's license. Before, what used to happen was persons used to 2, 3, 4 years, they traveled, they do not renew their driver's license. And so there was a new policy in place. And again, it's on our website to say license validity and expiration. Driver's licenses are valid for 3 years from the date of issue, and this includes new license. The license shall expire on your birthday after the 3rd year. If you do not renew your driver's license on the date of expiration, there is a cost. Persons have traveled overseas and haven't returned. For example, you travel in 2022 and don't come back. Your driver's license expires in 2022. And you don't come back until 2026. You have to pay from 2025 to bring up to speed to the current. If your driver's license was given to you in 2019 and it expires in 2021 and you're out of the federation, you got your driver's license in 2019, it expires in 2021. You're out of the federation. You come back into the federation in 2024.
You have to pay from 2022?
Have to pay. Unless the law makes provision.
What?
It makes provision for persons who traveled and was not in the federation at the time. So you have to bring your travel documents so that we can verify.
So if you were not here, you get a pass.
You get a pass.
But if you
waiver.
were here,
if you
a
were
waiver.
here, right,
You said it correct.
right,
Waiver,
you
no
get a waiver.
Mm-hmm.
Once you were not here and you have your documents, then you get a waiver.
Okay.
Persons who have disabilities, the medical doctor can write, and you can get a waiver as well. Persons who are in the federation.
What type of disabilities are we talking about before we continue? Because I don't want anybody to think you could drive.
Incapacitation due to medical or other personal circumstances.
Okay.
That is what we're speaking about.
Okay.
Persons who are in the federation. For example, you got your driver's license in 2019. It expires in 2021. You did not renew it, but you come to traffic in 2025. You want to renew your driver's license. And you say, oh, I wasn't driving. How would we know that? Evidence. Once you can bring your evidence to show you wasn't driving, let's take last week. A gentleman got a ticket. His driver's license expired in 2022.
Oh, wow. He didn't realize?
Had we not caught him, he would have come to the traffic department and said, oh, I wasn't driving. So you see, we can't take person's word by this saying, I was not driving. You have to bring your evidence to prove that you weren't driving. We now have Officer Nisbet would have joined us. Officer Nisbet is new to the radio station. This is his first program. So I'm going to let him welcome himself. Introduce himself.
Welcome, officer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Constable Nisbet. I've been at the traffic department for a year now.
Okay,
I
Constable.
have joined the police force since 2017.
Oh, okay. So you got a transfer?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome to the program.
Yes, so I'm just here for 1 year.
Okay.
Thank you, Nisbet. Another topic I want to touch on this morning again is broken down vehicles. Persons, we are expecting 307 vehicles on Wednesday. And that is shared between St. Kitts and Nevis. Maybe 110 would go to Nevis and the other would be docked in St. Kitts. Now, of all those persons who are getting new vehicles, please be guided and be mindful that the older vehicle that you know you are not going to use again or license again, please park it either in a garage or private property. Broken down vehicles and derelict vehicles. We already know, you already know that you're not going to use that vehicle again. As a matter of fact, you already ordered a new vehicle. But here it is. You're parked in your village, wherever you may be living, taking up space with your vehicle, with the tires off, the wheels off, and it's on blocks. Taking up a whole parking space, and then you're going to come with a new vehicle. Derelict vehicles and broken down vehicles must either be in a garage or on private property. Ask your neighbor who has an empty lot to put the vehicle.
But then sometimes it stays there and we see what happens to them. Rat infested, it just runs down, grass grows through it. How is that even a good look? Even if you ask them to leave it there. I just think we should have a vehicle junkyard where we either give it away or we sell it for parts than having it just stationed somewhere where it becomes unsightly, be it. Because I'm thinking, what happens when it stays in the garage too? It encourages rats.
That's true. Well, that is for the mechanic to have somebody's vehicle staying in his or her garage until it harbors rats. Another thing that we want to discuss again is this morning is vehicles when they are not serviceable, but you're selling for parts. If you're selling a vehicle for parts to an individual, that vehicle must be registered in your name. Our new VRS system, it's an addition to our VRS system. It hasn't been completed fully yet. But when it does, once your vehicle is not serviceable, you'll be given a certificate to take to Inland Revenue. And that certificate is going to last for about a week. Because remember, every vehicle must be registered. So that vehicle will be registered. However, in the meantime, what is happening at the traffic department, if you come to the traffic department with a vehicle that you're selling to someone and that vehicle is not serviceable, when you come to the department to register the vehicle, please to inform the officer. Many times after the officer finish registering the vehicle and said to you, you have to now go to the insurance and then to Inland Revenue. You say the officer, but officer, the vehicle not running, the vehicle ain't working, the vehicle can't drive, I only buying it for parts. Now, once you inform the officer who is dealing with you at the time while you're at traffic department, that officer is going to take you to the proper procedure. Once you register a vehicle at the traffic department and 7 days has elapsed and you have not gone to the insurance or Inland Revenue, that number is cancelled out in the system. So you have to come back to the traffic department. So once you come to the traffic department to register, transfer, new vehicle, whatever the status is, you must go to Inland Insurance and Inland Revenue within 7 days. Or else you have to come back to the traffic department to have that vehicle registered. Banks, financial institutions. Whenever you repossess a vehicle from an individual, the proper procedure is to inform the traffic department, whether by letter or coming to our department to put the information in our book, so that by the time you are ready to sell that vehicle to someone else, a waiver would be given. let us do a scenario. You're a TDC, financial institution, and you repossess a bus from John Doe. You possess the bus from John Doe in 2020. The bus is in working condition, but you don't have any, you're the institution, you don't have any reason to be driving a bus. You want to sell the bus. So you possess the bus in 2020, but in 2025 now you want to sell the bus to someone else. You did not come to the traffic department and say, well, we would have repossessed the bus, and so now we're selling the bus to Peter Paul. Peter Paul is responsible for paying from 2025, the wheel tax from 2025, from 2020 to 2025.
Oh, because they didn't come and say they took back the bus.
The same thing with an individual. Whenever, and this is for the general public, all taxpayers who are owners of motor vehicles, or if you know someone who owns a motor vehicle, once your vehicle is not serviceable, once your vehicle is not in working condition, once your vehicle is off of the road, if your vehicle license expires in June of last year because it ends with a 6, you should have already informed the traffic department. Come to the traffic department and inform the traffic department that your vehicle is off the road. You have no idea when the vehicle will be back on the road again, and so therefore you want us to make a note that your vehicle is not serviceable. When that vehicle is ready to come back on the road in January of 2025, then we would add a waiver to the vehicle. If you did not, hear me again, if you did not inform the traffic department that your vehicle was off of the road, you are responsible for your fees. You are responsible for whatever taxes that has incurred. The traffic department will not give a waiver for vehicles that were not written in our off-road book. Please be mindful, there are 3 ways for you to inform the traffic department. 1, you can bring in a letter. 2, you can come and put your name in the off-road book. Or 3, there is a form at the traffic department that you come, you have that form filled out, and you leave it at the traffic department. So when it is time for you to come and license your vehicle, once we have the information, the waiver will be attached to your vehicle. Another topic we want to speak about this morning. Another topic we want to speak about this morning is a number plate. Persons have a tendency of driving their vehicles with no number plate at the front of the vehicle. That is an offense. And all number plates must be in the center front of the vehicle. The law clearly speaks to the position of your number plate. Your number plate must be in good condition. Some persons will get into an accident 1 week after they're wearing a cardboard with coals sometimes, or maybe
permanent,
or maybe a marker.
Coals, you say?
Coals, C-O-A-L-S, coals.
Oh, wow.
And for us, as members of the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force, we find that very disrespectful. Because if the law clearly states that your number must be of a particular size, it must be of a particular height, the spacing must be appropriate, then you cannot write your numbers on your number plate. The law states that whatever or wherever the registration form says the number plate is supposed to be, that is where it is supposed to be. And the form clearly states center front and center rear. Some persons are saying, oh, well, my vehicle can't take a number plate at the side. At the center. But some persons take out the number plate from the center, put in pictures of their children, put in the Hail Selassie, put in the St. Kitts flag, the Grenada flag, and then put their number plates on the side. That is against the law. The law clearly speaks to any additional things on the number plate. Your number plate should have the numbers and the letters only.
What about the number plate size? Because the other day I saw a number plate, and I don't mean to call out anybody, but I was asking about the number plate size. This is the number plate, and it basically this is the shape of it, and it basically have one number in it, like that, like one number in it, because that's the number allotted to the vehicle, right? Is this okay?
The number plate says letters and digits must have a height of at least 3.5 inches. The thickness must be 5/8 of an inch, and there must be a minimum space of 0.5 inches between letters and digits.
So this is a no-no. This is the exact style.
That's
I don't know. We have a lot of weird things driving around.
Yes, a lot. I am going to stop here and invite Mr. Nisbet to speak to persons who repair vehicles on the side of the road.
Good morning again. I'm here to speak about repairing your vehicles in the road. Your vehicle is damaged, or you have a radiator leak, and you was driving, and you pull on the side of the road. The mechanic should not repair your vehicle there. You should not. You should call the tow truck, let the tow truck take it to the shop and repair it. There should be no repairs on the side of the road other than you're changing from a flat tire to a proper tire. You have a lot of vehicles just stop on the side and the mechanic come and check in the vehicle and trying to fix it there, obstructing the flow of traffic. That is wrong. That should not be, and we are trying to encourage all drivers to stop that.
What about the shoulder? What if you're stuck on the shoulder and the mechanic does it on the shoulder, which I...
The shoulder is there for changing the tire.
Only?
Only.
So
not
no
to repair
repair
your
at all?
vehicle.
Even if it's going to be quick?
No kind of repairs other than
right.
changing
I'm
the tire.
just asking a question.
Even if it's just the light, you should go into the mechanic shop, change the light, and then you come back onto the road.
Is there a ticket for that offense?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
You should not repair any vehicle on the side of the road at all. The pull off is just there, just to repair your tires. You change the tire from a flat just to move, and that's it. Anything else, you should call the tow truck.
Thank you, Councilman Nisbet. Quickly, I recognize that we are past our time, but we haven't been given the red light. We've given the green light so we can continue. I want to quickly speak to the vehicle inspection standards, the non-mechanical testing requirement. And this is very important because some of these vehicles that are driving on our streets, they have everything that could possibly be wrong with a vehicle. Everything that could possibly be wrong with their vehicle. The vehicle inspection standard, your tint must not exceed 10 inches from the top. The window tint, you must allow at least 35% light transmittance inside of the vehicle. 35% is our legal tint. Rental vehicles should not carry any tint whatsoever. As long as your vehicle has a R or an RA, there should be absolutely no tint on those vehicles. Your number plate must be in good condition, must be displayed in the front and the center of the vehicle. Front center and rear center of the vehicle. I would have already explained about the sizing of the letters. Tires must have a minimum thread depth of 2 mm. Some of us are driving with socks and we think it is okay. It's an offense. And we have these offenses, they weren't made in 2025. These are laws, but what happened is there wasn't any enforcement. And so because of what is happening now, we are trying our best to do things the proper way. And so we are enforcing, we're educating, and as our teacher used to say, my pen is going to talk next time.
Yep, I've heard that.
Okay, right. So we have to be obedient to the law if you want to be law-abiding citizens. Your front windscreen wipers must be functionable when you go to have your vehicle inspected. All lights, including the headlights, the brake lights, the indicator lights, the number plate lights, must be operational and correctly positioned. Headlamps must have the correct beam intensity and they must be uncolored. Persons who want to put in the blue light and the red light and the orange light, those are offenses.
I saw a vehicle last night with it looked like a computer guy in the headlight, and then they were using the bottom lights. Those were, to me, the brights that they were using. But the headlights had something in it. I don't know if the car came like that, because it looks like a computer guy in the car.
Whether or not the vehicle came like that, there are standards, policies, regulations. 15.06, I call it our Bible. We are guided. And I said again to the general public, to our taxpayers, if you are not familiar with the laws, the traffic laws of the Federation, you can come to the traffic department, you can get information, you can call 465-2241, you can go to government headquarters, you can purchase a 15.06, or we have a website, www.police.kn, and you can get all the information that you're looking for. There may be things that you're looking for may not be there. You can always call the traffic department to get the answer that you're looking for.
Okay. While we on the topic of headlights, right? The law speak about headlamps, not fog lights. We have people like to drive with fog lights, right? That is against the law. The headlamps must be on, right? People like to say, oh, I have on lights, but it's not your headlamps. The law says that your headlamps must be on at nights. Must, not your fog lights.
No blue light is permitted at all.
Even under the car?
No blue light is permitted at all.
Some people have some stylish cars, so that's why I'm asking for those folks.
Yes, but we want to be fashionable, but we don't want to follow the law. You could be fashionable, but make sure that you're in accordance with the regulations. You can be fashionable. You can have your vehicle tinted 35% and be fashionable with it. The law speaks to you writing on the back of the vehicle. You know, some buses have a picture of their children, some big white. The law speaks, and these are not new. They are not new. But persons, because we weren't enforcing, now, our VRS system, which has now attached to it the inspection agencies, all these things is now coming into being. So persons have to now make sure that their vehicle is in accordance with the regulations for all of this. The driver's view must not be obstructed by items such as stickers or overly tinted glass. Some persons would say that their vehicles, well, my vehicle came in from overseas and it...
Factory tint. It's not my fault.
Yes,
but you can see in the front. So you can see all the way to the back.
The law didn't speak. The law speak about all the windows.
Okay, so then our law needs to contact the vehicle that are coming in so they can take off the tint since over there and don't disappoint us when they get here that the police has to take it off for us.
Let us be law-abiding citizens, and let us be mindful that there are laws governing our federation and we must act accordingly. Let us speak to reserve spots.
Okay.
There are reserve spots all around Bastille. If there's a reserve spot, the reserve is not for you. Stop parking in the reserve spots that are not allocated for you. Please be mindful that these reserve spots have their owners. Drop-offs. Drop-offs are not personal. You cannot say because a drop-off is in front of
my store,
your store, that you are the owner. If you have a box and you see a drop-off sign on 4th Street and you have a box to take into the bakery on 4th Street, you pull into the drop-off, you go drop off your box and come back. Making sure that you do not take all day to drop off the box. 5-10 minutes and you're good.
All that means you're parked there until work is done.
Some persons have no regards for the drop-off. Some persons have no regards for the drop-off. And so we're asking persons who do not make the drop-off their personal spot. There are officers who are around who will be giving tickets. Have conversation with you. There might be a good reason for your parking. And so once the officer sees the vehicle and they see the person around, they ask a question. But do not make a drop-off spot a personal spot. Okay. Do not use doctor's spot and reserve areas that are allocated for persons your parking space, not because you don't see a vehicle in it. I would have Constable Nisbet say his final words as we wrap up.
Well, I would just say, drive safely, take your time on the road. Remember, while driving, there's a distance you're supposed to be behind of the other vehicle. Be mindful of that, and do enjoy the rest of your day. It was fun being here.
Thank you guys for listening, and we thank you for always listening. We really appreciate you, and have yourself a great week.
To make it an episode.
Found the sound. 98.9
Need to get your goods to St. Kitts and Nevis? Look no further. TDC Shipping has you covered with reliable cargo solutions by land, air, and sea. Whether it's a package from across the world or a large shipment of goods, TDC Shipping makes it easy, affordable, and stress-free. And with our Airbox service, ordering from your favorite online stores just got even easier. Ship straight to your mailbox and let TDC Shipping handle the rest. Fast, secure, and even to your door. Visit us today at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Park or Penny's Industrial Site, or call 465-2511 in St. Kitts or 469-5430 in Nevis. TDC Shipping, where reliable service meets unbeatable convenience. TDC, together we succeed.
Valentine's Day. Visit us at the Koi Building at Airport Road today. Show your love with Jimmy Florals. Shop online at your convenience at stkitsnevisflorist.com. Call us at 766-9189. Place your order now and save big. This Valentine's, shop with Jimmy Florals. We deliver island white in St. Kitts and Nevis.
And we are back.
Hey, why you so quiet? Yeah, so traffic talk. Did she say anything about the accident? I was here trying to get.
No, but I see someone said it was at, let me tell you exactly, coming out Middle Island, going into Virchild's gut area. I'm trying to visualize. Oh, I think I know where the gut is in. Yeah. I just had to shut my eyes to visualize. Wow. But my concern still is that person hanging from the vehicle. Are they trying to get out of the vehicle? It looks like Jamsta, did you look at it? Yeah, the person's literally hanging from the vehicle.
Yeah, didn't really have time. I was busy over here.
Understood.
Yeah. So you said the persons did what?
The person's hanging from the vehicle. You heard where I said it was.
So was it? They were like, you mean they were actually like
conscious? They're doing a bunch of things while hanging from the vehicle. I don't know if the shirt is trapped or what. You see? I don't know if they tried getting out and they got trapped or something. I can't say. I can't speculate.
What is going on?
Yeah.
With all these.
The person even dropped a bloody shirt at one point.
Oh my God.
So I don't know.
Where was that?
As I was saying, it's coming out of Middle Island, going into the Virchild's gut area. So I had to close my eyes to visualize that, and I think I know where it is now.
Yeah.
This is just this is crazy.
Yeah, so let me take a look at that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Wow.
You see.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe you can speculate a little better than me, but I can't.
I'm not gonna do the speculating thing. I'm just gonna look at it. Let me see what I'm seeing here. What kind of Okay. Can't really tell much, but I mean, yeah, people are not learning, are they?
No, they're not. They're not listening.
I mean, which is not to say, that stuff doesn't happen. That when stuff happens, it means you're necessarily an unsafe driver, because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what happened, but you see the person dangling, right? And you hear them saying the ambulance is not gonna come now, so it's better someone try to.
Where's he dangling from? It's hard to see.
I don't know if I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When the person was trying, I speculated maybe they were trying to come out and something got caught, but they look like they're dangling from somewhere close to the wheel. I don't know.
Wow.
Because their feet are not touching.
You say we
ground.
don't know where it happened, right?
I told you a couple of times.
Yeah.
Middle Island.
Virchild's it says.
Yeah,
coming out Middle Island going into Virchild's.
Yeah.
I always get mixed up with those areas.
Yeah. I had to literally close my eyes to visualize the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wow. So I'm not gonna say. All I'm gonna say is people just try and drive safely. We don't know what happened with that. You know? But and the other thing is, I remember this reminds me of something that we used to say. When FM was at the height of its powers, I remember with Voices, and when crime happened and so on, right? Transmitters were working and everybody could hear Win FM. But sometimes when we had crime and so, I remember Tony and Clive Backus and other people saying, yeah, we're here talking about all the things that happen and what can be done to make sure these things don't happen with that frequency. But the people who need to be listening, meaning the criminals and the bad boys and so, they're not listening. They're not hearing us because this is not something. Voices probably is not inside the news and not programs that interest them. So even if they had a mind to maybe do some self-reflection and say, hey, maybe I'm going down the wrong path, and they were listening to voices or inside the news or any other program and hear people talking about the crime and so on, if they had a mind to, they might say, I am going down the wrong path. Maybe I need to reconsider my life or something. So I feel like we're in the same situation now. There's even less people listening. And
you really believe people don't know? There are
well,
ways
people,
and means to reach
people know.
people. Social media is full of all kind of information, though, Jamsta.
That's true. Well, but you see, that's the thing. Social media. That's basically that's the.
So we need to drive around with the.
But you see, but you see, that's the rub there. People are generally people seem like they're only interested in salacious stuff that doesn't edify, doesn't educate, doesn't provide, that doesn't give them any insight or constructive, any kind of constructive insight, I guess. People want to see, maybe they wanna watch the video of the fight that broke out down the street, or even they want to see the puppy videos and the kitten videos. That's fine, but a lot of times the boring, unsexy stuff they don't want to see, or they don't want to hear. But you see what I mean, right?
Yeah. But they are. What's the word I'm trying to find? They show you accidents, vivid, yucky pictures of real life accidents on social media. The people in the range, shapes, and conditions. And you want to tell me that alone is not going to make somebody or deter somebody from driving recklessly to end up in something like that?
I'm actually sure it does, because like I said, with this accident, we don't know what happened. It could have been something, maybe, you don't know, maybe they were driving at 30 miles per hour and something happened. Maybe somebody came on. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? We don't know, yeah.
We're just speculating because we weren't there. We can't say. We're not Jesus. But it just looks, I'm wondering how that gentleman is dangling from the car or the Jeep.
And then there's this thing of what we were talking about a few weeks ago, when we had the first, what was that first accident? In December? The one up at the Gilead's area, like F.T. Williams. That was in December, right? Late December or something?
You mean early? With where we had the two young people that passed?
Yeah. With the two small cars, the teenagers.
Early in December, I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of forgot the point I was going to make. I forgot the point I was going to make. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. What I was going to say was that, we just did happen to have a bunch of very serious accidents, tragic accidents, and then we were like, oh, well, what's up with this rash of accidents? But then I'm wondering if maybe this happens, the frequency is pretty much the same as any other time, but we're only paying more attention and are aware of it because we had some tragic deaths, like a much higher than average number of tragic deaths. So it could be that too, It could be that, because let's say if we didn't have those deaths, if that baby didn't die in January, this one, we might have noticed it, but we wouldn't have, we might not have amplified it in our minds, or it wouldn't have been amplified on social media in the same way. So it maybe seems like there are more accidents when maybe they're not. But like I said, the deaths is what makes us pay more attention now.
Yeah, because you always see a police as a fender bender, right? Because the other day I was heading to work on the Kim Collins Highway, and there were 3 vehicles in each other.
Wow.
Yeah. Customs one in the middle, right?
Customs?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Customs is in the middle. So you know the one from the back had to hit customs, or customs to hit that one in front, right? You understand, right? Because that's how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
people are not listening, because why are you driving so close to the vehicle to hit that person? And almost every time I see an accident on the road, it doesn't have to be fatal, as you would have mentioned. That's made us more aware that there's a lot of nonsense that's happening, but I'm almost always seeing the person in the back of the other person. Almost all the time. So the fatalities, I guess, amplify the accidents a bit more. And for those of us who weren't paying attention, it makes us aware that, and we see it. We don't even have to pay attention. We see the nonsense. On the Frigate Bay Road, there's nonsense. Because somebody's always overtaken and a vehicle is like right there. And then they're just going to pull across in front of you. Like, a lot of nonsense is happening on our road. Imagine with all the fatalities, they're still not listening. Nonsense continues to happen.
I always boy. Wow. Say less.
Good.
Well, I mean, I saw something here about Gwyneth says, was Donnelly talking about someone who's driving 2 years without a license?
No.
Okay.
She's saying like me, I had an Antigua driver's license, a valid one, when I came back home in 2020, right? So it wasn't going to be up until 2022.
And you could drive on that here?
Yep.
Okay.
Mind you, I paid the price for 3 years, but I was only given one because I didn't renew the St. Kitts license when it was supposed to renew, because I didn't need to, because I had a valid Antigua one that I could have driven on.
Okay.
Which I was using.
And
so the guy
that
did
wasn't
tell
an
me,
issue with traffic department here, right?
No.
Okay.
The guy just told, as she said, you have to pay for it. So I basically paid for it. You understand? Instead of getting 3 years, I got one. And then the next year when I went back and paid on time, I got my 3.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Yeah.
But as she said, I didn't renew it. She didn't specifically speak to me, but I'm just stating my truth. I did not renew it when it was expired, because I was driving an Antigua one that was good until 2022. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a quick break. 9:31. Let's hear from Rams and their hear about their nice creamery ice cream, which I had some of that yesterday. Okay, coming right back.
Yeah.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Hey kids, drink healthy!
Reduce sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors, drink the more healthy way.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Be active, be healthy, drink lots of chubby. Kicking football, playing cricket, having fun in the sun.
It's chubby.
Reduced sugar chubby keeps you cool and refreshed.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Jumping rope, running races, have fun.
It tastes so yummy, chubby.
Drink the more healthy way.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices. Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty. Rams is always here. We are community. We are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me.
Hey, let's come back. And we are back. I wanted to talk a little bit about this story someone submitted. Now, You know, the USAID is one of the things that Mr. Trump and and Vice President Mr. Musk, because he's acting like he's been acting like the Vice President, you could say, or not even the Vice President. The president's right hand man. Yeah. Now, while there are a lot of problematic things, or let's say questionable things that USAID has been funding throughout the world, I just wanted to point out, someone sent us this. Was it you? Oh, Sharon. Yeah, it was Sharon. Yeah, Sharon. I just wanted to point out, for some context, just some of the things that they do for the Eastern Caribbean. So this story says 3 saints in the Eastern Caribbean set to benefit from strengthening the USAID and Taiwan ICDF partnership. So USAID and the Taiwan International Cooperation and Development Fund have expanded their collaborative efforts in international cooperation for development and humanitarian assistance in the Eastern Caribbean. And this is a really unnecessarily wordy. I mean, they should just get to the point. Let me see if I can go down here. Okay. With a shared commitment to promoting shared values, including democracy, respect for human rights, transparency, and the rule of law, USAID and Taiwan ICDF have identified several key areas of cooperation to better assist these partner countries. These priority areas include education, agriculture, climate change, disaster preparedness, citizen security, cybersecurity, and digital development, and women's economic empowerment. So it's good to know that the Taiwanese are working with USAID to provide us with much needed funding for our development. Here's another one. USAID launches program to improve youth justice systems in the Eastern Caribbean. So he says the United States government, through the United States Agency for International Development and Eastern and Southern Caribbean, is pleased to announce a new $5.3 million grant to the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission to implement the opportunities to advance and support Youth for Success (OASIS) project in the Eastern Caribbean over the next 4 years. The project aims to reduce crime and violence rates among young people across the EC and will focus on strengthening youth justice systems in Antigua, Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent. So once again, good to know that this is happening. Now, on the other side of it, I had shared this link with you guys from X. This is a link that basically outlines some of the stuff. Now, just for some context, people, Mr. Musk's questionable new government department called DOGE, which is stands for Department of Government Efficiency. They've basically been running roughshod over a whole bunch of government agencies, shutting stuff down, telling people to go home and all this stuff. We've had judges weighing in and saying, well, certain things have to be put on hold. USAID, the USAID office has been shut down. I think the judge said that they were sending home USAID workers, and the judge said that they couldn't do that. So I think they put that on hold. But I saw a list here of some of the things that USAID has been funding throughout the world, and these are certainly questionable, I gotta say.
They're moving so fast you can't even get a chance to read them carefully.
So
I really wanna know.
So I'm gonna try and let me see.
When it gets to the bottom, it stops to show the President Trump is stopping the waste, fraud, and abuse.
Okay, I'll just read them, just go through some of them. So USAID has been, this is what the post says, USAID has been completely unaccountable for decades, run by bureaucrats with agendas who believed they answered to nobody. Here are a few more of the ridiculous projects on which they spent your money. Of course, meaning the American taxpayers' money. First one, $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists how to avoid binary gendered language. Really? What? Anyway. 20 million for our new Sesame Street show in Iraq. 4.5 plus million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. 1.5 million for art for inclusion of people with disabilities. Okay, let's take this call. Okay. Caller, you can, let's try again. The minute I saw it, I decided to stop and come and take your call. So call us if you want to call back, no problem. 2 million for, oh my God, I can't believe this. 2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. Boy, like I said,
I don't believe that. And it's going, as I said, it's moving so fast you can't get to read it properly.
I think I figured out how to deal with it. So.
Oh, okay. Because I'm trying here and I can't get to read it.
Okay, wait. Let me see. Come on. It just kind of got away from me, but I think I figured it out. Let me see. Okay, Guatemala. No, it got away from me again. Wait.
It's just running.
Yeah,
it's moving too fast.
Okay, I got it now. 6 million to transform digital spaces to reflect feminist democratic principles. Oh my God. Oh, that one didn't say what country.
Probably right in the U.S.
Caller, go right ahead. Hello, caller.
Good morning. You're live on Island T.
Okay, we're not getting that one. Okay. Okay, so where was I? Okay, 2.1 million to help the BBC. Really? You're giving the UK aid to help the BBC value?
That?
Yeah, to value the diversity of Libyans. What? To help what? To help the BBC value the diversity of Libyan society. What? $10 million worth of USAID funded meals which went to an Al-Qaeda linked terrorist group. 25 million for Deloitte to promote green transportation in the country of Georgia. Deloitte is an American company. 6 million for tourism in Egypt. Yeah, that's very vague, right? 2.5 million to promote inclusion in Vietnam. Those seem deliberately vague. 16.8 million for a separate inclusion group in Vietnam. 5 million to EcoHealth Alliance, one of the key NGOs funding bat virus research at the Wuhan lab. Wow. I can't believe this. Why are all these rich countries, I mean countries like China and the UK getting aid from USAID? I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. 20 million for a group related to a key player in the Russiagate impeachment hoax. 1.1 million to an Armenian LGBT group. 1.2 million to help the African Methodist Episcopal Church Service and Development Agency in Washington, D.C. build a state-of-the-art 440-seat auditorium. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that one, actually. At least they're spending it on American taxpayers, right? 1.3 million to Arab and Jewish photographers. 1.5 million to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. Okay. 1.5 million to rebuild the Cuban media ecosystem. 2 million to promote LGBT equality through entrepreneurship in Latin America. 500,000 to solve sectarian violence in Israel. Just 10 days before the Hamas October 7 attack, it says. And this is just partial. So 2.3 million for artisanal and small-scale gold mining in the Amazon. Okay, so I'll leave it there for now. We can always...
Oh my gosh.
So
USAID mines gold in the Amazon. Gives money to mine gold in the Amazon.
You know... It's
not a loan that they have to give back, the miners, when they go back?
No, but you know, it's funny. It's funny. Over the last week and over the weekend, I've spoken to people. So many people have actually said that. The reference. One person referenced the fact that where I talk about a broken clock being right twice a day,
yeah,
and it's really true. you have to question the methods, but I think the basic the basic, let's say, premise is sound. You're spending all that money on questionable stuff, and some of them, you realize how vague some of them sound.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if it turns out that that's just a lot of that money is being skimmed by whoever. I don't know. Either the people who are the recipients of the aid, or even some of the people providing the aid, because a lot of it seems very, very vague to me. Not to mention, a lot of those things are very questionable. It makes you wonder.
I comment to say most of those things are true because they've been part of a lot of them.
Yeah.
Would you believe it?
Yeah, and
so nothing on the list sounds like a hoax. Everything on the list almost sounds correct because they've been a part of a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, makes you wonder. I mean, you know, this is the problem. This is why I keep saying I'm no fan of Trump, but this is why I keep saying this is why the Democrat.
So where is, if the money is not going to be used to help these folks, where is the money going to go now? That's what I want to know.
I guess what they're saying is spending money on the problems at home, which I agree with, but I just don't like the way they're going about it with Mr. Musk and his goons just running up in people's offices and telling them they have to go home and demanding access to demanding access to treasury computers and all this kind of crazy stuff. Call, go right ahead.
Good morning, Kathleen. And good morning, Dawn.
Okay, phone's not working, so I'm gonna.
We had lights out yesterday.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I had lights out over there in Hunts Pasture. Yeah. A lot of places, almost every place. Let me say almost, because I'm not sure. If you had lights out, you can let us know. But I think a good bit of places in SK had lights out yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try a reset.
So caller, we're just gonna reset, and then you can call us back. Sorry about the phones this morning.
Let's hope. Let's hope this works, because sometimes what ends up happening. Sometimes we have to end up calling someone to actually do that. So. Yeah, so boy, like I said, this is just the beginning of peak FAFO. All those people who voted for Trump. God, it's a pity we have to be talking about this guy, huh?
But he's the topic of discussion,
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you see Kendrick Lamar last night?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You didn't, and well. Oh, even Loop has the news. Oh, like Kendrick Lamar performs Drake Diss at Super Bowl halftime show. So yeah.
Did you watch the performance?
Of course, I watched the whole game.
I see Ledisi helped kick off Super Bowl, so Ledisi was there.
Ledisi, yeah. She sang the song, right? The
Ledisi
national song. Yeah, that's what I saw.
The Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice.
Yeah.
No. The national song was sung by Laura.
Oh, you did say Laura Deagle or something?
Deagle, yeah.
What did Ledisi do?
She sings the Black National
Anthem. Oh, the Black
Anthem.
National Anthem. Yeah, right. That's true.
Voice.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So yeah, Kendrick was good. It was very different. And you had Samuel L. Jackson playing, interestingly enough, Uncle Sam, a black uncle. You know, get it? I thought that was interesting. A sort of Greek. He played a kind of Greek chorus, which was interesting. Yes. So Kendrick did his thing. And you saw a whole bunch of celebrities in the crowd. Saw Paul McCartney. I saw what's his name? Kevin Costner sitting next to that guy from what's his name? The guy that was dating Ariana Grande. He was on SNL. Oh God, I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, Pete.
What's his name again?
The one that dated Kim Kardashian too.
Yeah.
Pete. Pete. That's all I can remember.
Yeah,
Right now.
I'm forgetting his name. I saw him sitting with Kevin Costner. I didn't see a lot of these celebrities though. I only saw a few. But the ads, did any ads stand out for you? There was one with Seal. There was a Mountain Dew ad with Seal.
Remember, I didn't watch.
Seal as a seal. It was kind of funny. It was kind of weird. I thought.
My gosh.
It was kind of weird. There were a lot of stars in a lot of the ads. I saw Seal. There was one with Ben Affleck for Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I
Ben
said that
Affleck
looked like him,
yeah,
but then he still looked like a football
And-
player. I
and-
saw that
yeah.
one for sure.
And doing his Boston accent.
I'm like, is that Ben Affleck or is this a football player? Because I said this is Ben Affleck, but
Yeah, it was Ben Affleck.
that's the only one I think I saw. I think that's the only one, yeah.
And there was a Dorito. You know, Doritos always has to have this. There was this one where a guy is eating Doritos in his house, and a UFO is trying to take away his bag of Doritos with a tractor beam.
No, I didn't see
was
that.
funny.
Pepsi had one?
Pepsi, I don't
Because,
remember.
Pepsi normally have elaborate ones as well.
Yeah, but they're not as big because Pepsi used to sponsor the halftime show. It's Apple now, so I don't remember seeing any Pepsi ads. There was a funny one with Budweiser where
Oh yeah, Budweiser normally
with the
has big
horses.
ones.
So these guys were they're at a bar playing pool, and like this guy is about to tell a joke about so a horse comes into a bar, and then next thing he looks up and there's actually a horse coming into the bar, rolling in a barrel of beer.
Oh my god! So the horse is rolling in the beer.
Yeah,
Okay.
rolling
No,
beer.
I didn't
yeah.
see that one.
Mhm.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. So folks, we should have Socrates should be here for Voices at 10 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. He's gonna have a guest as well. So oh, there he is.
He's early.
Wow, there he is. So you see, I'm not lying.
You walked on his name.
Yeah, I literally said Socrates is gonna be here, and then I saw his face.
Yeah.
So okay.
Even Loop, I just see Loop has something, headline that says, SKN plans revealed for a new climate smart hospital. It looks nice.
Oh, they have a really?
Yeah, they have a what we call the 3D display.
Yeah,
It's
like
really
a
nice.
3D. Let me see. Hold up that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. So apparently the other hospital is going to continue. I thought they're going to have two hospitals.
Oh, we're gonna have two.
That's what I was told. I don't know if that's going to be,
Okay.
because I was under the impression that they were, but
That
apparently.
they could have used that one for something.
Yeah, well, apparently they're going to have the two. So we shall
Because it
see.
really doesn't make sense that they bulldoze that one because they're building.
And that's actually pretty new, right? It's
Yeah.
about 20.
Just fix whatever needs
not
to be
even
fixed.
20 years. Maybe it might be a little under 20 years old.
And isn't the containment at the back that they're building for the MRI too? So it makes no sense to demolish all of that work.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I don't think that was it. It's just that for some reason it was never clear in the initial announcements that they were going to continue the hospital. I guess now that they're building that MRI thing, and then someone told me, oh no, the hospital is still going to be there. It's just that they're going to have that other hospital as well.
Yeah, because the bottom of that article says from Loop, Dr. Drew further stated that the rehabilitation of the current Joseph and France hospital would be financially unfeasible, making the construction of the new hospital the best option. The new facility will be fit for purpose and built to the highest standards of safety and resilience. The Prime Minister highlighted that the project would create hundreds of jobs at varying skill levels, contributing to the local economy. The hospital will be constructed entirely by local labor, offering a significant employment opportunity for residents, he says. The government of Taiwan is also lending its support to bring this ambitious project to fruition.
Okay. Okay, I think maybe we should wrap up now because get ready for Voices coming up at
10.
Coming up in about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So see you tomorrow.
Indeed.
Okay.
So, folks, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, it's Love Week. Don't only share the love this week, but always.
Okay. See ya.
Hey kids, drink healthy.
Reduce sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors. Drink the more healthy way. It tastes so